get my back blown out in peace. You think I got time to talk about a divorce that's a year old?
It started quietly, like most shocking stories do, with a whisper here and a rumor there. Teyana Taylor had been keeping her personal life as private as possible after her public split from Iman Shumpert. The two had gone from being couple goals to headline fodder almost overnight, and the fallout was anything but pretty. What the world didn't know was that behind closed doors, the drama was far from over. And just when it seemed things might settle down, a move by Aaron Pierre set everything on fire. Aaron Pierre wasn't a name most people associated with Teyana Taylor, at least not until recently. The British actor known for his smoldering performances had found his way into Teyana's life in ways no one could have predicted. At first, it was subtle. They were seen together at events, whispered about in industry circles, and eventually spotted in what looked like intimate settings. Rumors flew, but both stayed silent. It was just speculation, or so everyone thought. Until suddenly, it wasn't. When Teyana and Iman ended their marriage, the world reacted like it had been blindsided. Their love had seemed so solid, so enviable. The music videos, the reality show moments, the red carpet appearances, they painted a picture of unity, of partnership, of love that could withstand anything. But reality hit hard when cracks began to show. Allegations of cheating, trust issues, and quiet resentment boiled over into a separation that rocked their fanbase. At the heart of it all was their daughter, a bright, innocent soul caught in the middle of grown-up chaos. Both Teyana and Iman spoke publicly about their love for her, about wanting to co-parent peacefully. But behind the scenes, things weren't that simple. Custody discussions turned tense. Schedules were fought over. And slowly, what started as a breakup morphed into a full-blown custody battle, complete with lawyers, court dates, and heated arguments. Through it all, Aaron Pierre remained in the background, or so everyone thought. Quietly supportive, a shoulder for Teyana to lean on. Maybe even more than that. As whispers of their relationship grew louder, so did the rumors that Aaron wasn't just a casual presence in Teyana's life. Some insiders claimed he had become a significant figure, not just to Teyana, but also in her daughter's life. That's when things took a turn no one saw coming. The first hints were subtle. Aaron being spotted picking up Teyana's daughter from dance class. Him attending family outings. Little things that might not have meant much on their own, but together painted a very different picture. People started asking questions. Was Aaron stepping into a father figure role? And more importantly, how did Iman feel about this? Then came the bombshell. Reports surfaced that Aaron Pierre had secretly filed for stepfather rights to Teyana's daughter. The news hit like a thunderclap across social media. Fans were stunned. How could this even be possible? Aaron and Teyana weren't married. Iman was still very much the biological father. What exactly did this mean? The legal implications were murky. In most jurisdictions, stepfather rights are granted to those who are legally married to a child's parent and have established a long-standing relationship with the child. Aaron and Teyana weren't even publicly acknowledging a relationship, let alone married. Yet here he was, allegedly making a legal move that would give him a say in the life of another man's daughter. The boldness of it stunned even seasoned legal experts. Rumors swirled about Aaron's motives. Was he genuinely trying to step up for the child, thinking of her best interests? Or was this a calculated move to solidify his place in Teyana's life, and by extension, exert control over a situation that had spiraled out of control? Some saw it as a romantic gesture, a man wanting to protect and provide for a child he had grown close to. Others saw it as a manipulative power play. What made the situation even more explosive was Iman's reported reaction. Sources close to him said he was blindsided by the news, that he found out the same way the rest of the world did, through social media and gossip blogs. For a man known for his calm demeanor and level-headedness, this reportedly hit him like a punch to the gut. Some claimed he was furious, others said he was heartbroken. But one thing was clear, Iman wasn't about to take this lying down. Friends of Iman hinted at late-night calls with his legal team, emergency meetings, and even whispered threats of a legal counterattack. The idea of another man filing for rights over his daughter reportedly shook him to his core. To Iman, it wasn't just about Aaron stepping out of line. It was about a father's role being challenged in the most public, humiliating way possible. And yet, in the midst of all this chaos, Teyana remained silent. For weeks, as the headlines exploded and the internet dissected every possible angle, she said nothing. No posts, no statements, no cryptic tweets. Just silence. And in that silence, people began to wonder. Was she complicit? Did she know about Aaron's filing? Was this her way of supporting him? Or was she as blindsided as Iman? Finally, when it seemed like the speculation couldn't get any wilder, Teyana broke her silence. It wasn't a press conference or a dramatic interview. It was a simple post on her social media. A few heartfelt sentences that sent waves across every platform. She spoke of love, of protection, of wanting what's best for her daughter. She clarified that she had no part in Aaron's legal move and that she never encouraged it. But more than anything, she expressed deep hurt over how the situation had spiraled out of control. Her words painted a picture of a mother caught in the crossfire of two men seemingly fighting over her life and her child's future. She didn't name names. She didn't point fingers. But the message was clear. She was not okay with her daughter being used as a pawn in anyone's game. The post ended with a plea for privacy and understanding, reminding everyone that at the center of this media storm was a child who deserved better than to be the subject of public debate. The reaction was instant. Fans flooded her comments with support, praising her for finally speaking up. Others weren't so kind, accusing her of staying silent too long or questioning her role in the whole mess. But one thing everyone agreed on: the situation had spiraled far beyond what anyone expected. As for Iman, insiders claimed he was both relieved and angered by Teyana's statement. Relieved that she publicly distanced herself from Aaron's move, but angry that it had taken her this long to do it. Whether this led to more heated exchanges between them behind closed doors remained unknown, but sources close to the family said the tension between them had never been higher. Aaron, on the other hand, remained silent. No statements, no appearances, no social media activity. His disappearance only fueled more questions. Was he backing down? Had the backlash caught him off guard? Or was this a strategic retreat before making his next move? The lack of clarity only deepened the mystery. Meanwhile, the internet couldn't get enough of the drama. Hashtags trended. Comment sections exploded. Gossip channels churned out video after video dissecting every angle, every possible motive. Some sided with Iman, calling him a father fighting for his child. Others sympathized with Teyana, a mother caught in an impossible situation. And a surprising number of people even defended Aaron, arguing that if he truly loved both Teyana and her daughter, his actions came from a place of care. The conversation quickly turned into a larger debate about blended families, step-parent rights, and boundaries. People shared their own experiences of step-parents who stepped up in meaningful ways, of biological parents who felt threatened, and of children caught in the middle of adult wars. It became more than just celebrity gossip. It became a reflection of real-world issues faced by countless families. As the dust slowly began to settle, everyone waited to see what would happen next. Would Aaron withdraw his legal filing? Would Iman take him to court? Would Teyana find herself in the middle of a full-blown custody and legal war? The questions hung in the air, unanswered. Behind the scenes, whispers of mediation surfaced. Friends close to the trio claimed that private talks were happening, attempts at calming the storm before it escalated further. Whether these talks would lead to genuine understanding or just a temporary ceasefire was anyone's guess. But for the moment, it seemed the public spectacle was giving way to a more private reckoning. For Teyana, this moment seemed to redefine her public image. No longer just a singer, actress, or fashion icon, she became the face of a mother fighting to protect her child's peace in a world obsessed with her personal life. Her strength, her vulnerability, and her willingness to finally speak resonated with many. It showed a side of her that fans hadn't fully seen before, a mother first, above everything else. Iman, on his part, faced a different kind of reflection. The confrontation forced him to look inward, to face the reality of his relationship with his daughter, with Teyana, and with the life they had built and then broken apart. Whether this would lead to growth or just deepen existing wounds was a story still unfolding. And Aaron remained the wild card. The man who had quietly entered a family's life and then, without warning, became the center of its biggest controversy. His next move would determine whether he became a lasting figure in Teyana's world or a cautionary tale about stepping where you don't belong. As days turned into weeks, the public's attention began to shift, as it always does. But for those at the heart of this story, the impact lingered. Court dates loomed. Private conversations continued. And a little girl remained at the center of a storm that no child should ever have to face. In the end, this wasn't just a story about celebrity drama. It was a story about boundaries, about love and overstepping, about the painful intersections of personal relationships and public scrutiny. It served as a stark reminder that real lives get caught in the crossfire of sensational headlines, and that the fallout is often far more complicated than any viral moment can capture. Whether Teyana, Iman, and Aaron find a way to navigate this storm remains to be seen. But one thing is certain, their story, with all its twists and heartbreaks, is a reflection of the messy, unpredictable nature of human relationships. And sometimes, the biggest shocks come not from what's said in courtrooms or posted on social media, but from the quiet, unseen battles fought in the hearts of those trying to do what they believe is right.